I was gifted to the point where I can do a lot of things. I had ability that people didn't really expect me to have. And then, you know, it got me a long way. I went a long way with it. Everybody said, man, we thought you was gonna be the next Ali. When I started fighting as a professional, it started hurting me more because most people were expecting Ali to appear in the ring while I'm fighting. And all the things that Ali done in his life as a professional fighter, I couldn't do that because Ali's already made his mark in boxing. You know, now it was my turn for me to do what I could do, and people respect me for me, not for Muhammad Ali. I was doing very well. I was knocking guys out maybe 2 and 3 rounds, and all at once just did a about face on me. So then I started going 10 rounds here, 10 rounds there, then I started knocking them all out again. I was not consistent. The only person I had to talk to was my father. So, you know, we got to the point where he was, you know, we was buddies. My father died, it felt like, you know, it just took all the life out of me. I was wounded, and it wasn't that easy to get over. Emotionally, I was over with my father's death around 84. I fought Ken Witherspoon for the WBC vacant title. I believe I was number 1, he was number 2, or he was number 1, I was number 2. It was one of those situations. When I lost the title, then I started saying a whole bunch of things derogatory about Don, and about this one, about that one, about this one. I said, the heck with it. I went to South Africa and fought Jericho C and won the title. It didn't mean nothing. Because I won the title, it was a big achievement in my life, but when I won the title, it didn't mean nothing to me. And when I won the title, it made all the black people in Africa happy. That's the only thing about winning that title that made me happy. We had a press conference in California, and I was told I was a disgrace to the black community for fighting Jericho Sear in South Africa. And I would be kicked out of each boxing committee rating, and I was. When I lost to Tony Tubb, it was one of those deals where I didn't care if I won or lost, it was a draw. I didn't care. If I was getting paid, that's all it mattered. Dealing in this profession, dealing with the people I've dealt with, dealing with family, dealing with friends, I have lost almost all the things that I have earned with these. I've almost lost it all. My strongest support is from my wife. She has been through total hell with me. You know, I wasn't no day on the beach. I'm telling you, I know I wasn't a day on the beach. We had our good times, we had our bad times. But, you know, our good times override most of the bad times. The whole problem of my failures was, you know, I was taking all these shortcuts. I was doing all these things I shouldn't have been doing. But, you know, it's like it's got me as far as it did when I get an A for effort. But I fell short a little bit. But I won't fall short this time. You know what? My pro debut was February 9th, 1979. My pro debut now is February 15th, 1992.
Greg Page trying to put it all in perspective. By the way, his wife Brenda does not like to watch her husband fight. She will meet up with him later. And here is the former WBA heavyweight champ Greg Page, the 13-year pro, continuing his comeback at 33. He has been to the mountain, but it was a short trip. Granted, he has been somewhat active of late, 3 fights in 91, yet the competition very questionable for Page. Tonight he steps up in competition considerably. Greg Page, a 14-1 underdog. It's been 8 months since Donovan Razor Ruddock has walked into a ring. The last time, June 28th, right here on Showtime, when he lost the decision to Mike Tyson. Ruddock, the only man to fight Tyson twice, and despite losing both, impressing many with his courage.
Faster, guys. Move faster, guys. Knock him out. The best heavyweight in the world. Knock him out.
Looking confident, Razor Ruddock, just as he looked against Tyson going into the ring both times, and he continues his quest for a shot at the title. This big crowd here at the Mirage Ballroom settling in for our main event, and we are set for the facts and figures, the tale of the tape. Razor Ruddock, 5 years younger than Greg Page, a 2.5-inch height advantage for Ruddock. Ruddock, 11 pounds heavier. He was 238 for his last fight with Tyson, a 2-inch reach advantage for Ruddock. To the Nevada rules, 10-point must system, 3 judges scoring the fight, no standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last round. We're just about ready for the main event. Razor Ruddock, Greg Page, battle of heavyweight hopefuls. We're set to throw it over to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthem of the United States. To lead us tonight, join me in welcoming one of the fine vocalists of Las Vegas, the man who brings to life the Caribbean flavor in music in his performances here at the Mirage, introducing Jamaican-born A.J. Brown.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much to A.J. Brown. Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and sports fans joining us around the world, we welcome you to the beautiful Mirage Resort in Las Vegas as Don King Productions and the Mirage present the main event of the evening, heavyweights featured in this 10-round special attraction. event is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Luther Mack. Commissioners, Dr. James Nave, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Bruce Lane, and Nat Carasali. The executive director is Chuck Minker. Presenting the officials as appointed. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Flip Homansky, Dr. James Game, Dr. Al Capana. Timekeeper at the bell is Jane Broadfoot. Keeping count of the knockdowns, Al Bisek. Introducing the judges at ringside. We have Chuck Jumpa, Art Lurie, and Dave Moretti. And presenting the referee in charge of this bout, he will be giving instructions after the introductions, Joe Cortez. All right, fans, here we go. It's showtime. The main event of the evening, brought to you by Don King and the Mirage. 10 rounds of boxing for the Gunslingers Showdown at the Mirage. Introducing to you first, on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing white trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Louisville, Kentucky. He weighed in at a ready 228 pounds. His record includes 34 victories, 9 defeats, 27 wins by way of knockout. Welcome the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Greg Page. And his opponent across the ring, on my right, fighting out of the blue corner in this 10-round featured bout. He enters the ring attired in white trunks with red trim. He is originally from St. Catherine, Jamaica, now fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. With a weight of 239 pounds, his record includes 25 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, with 18 wins by way of knockout. Welcome the number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world by the WBC, the hard-hitting Donovan Razor Ruddock. Once again, here's your referee in charge, Joe Cortez.
All right, Razor, come over here. All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Any rough tactics, I must start taking some points away. I don't want to start doing that, you hear? Shake hands, protect yourselves at all times. Good luck. Forget it, buddy.
All right, let's see if we can get past the second round in this one. Razor Ruddock and this man, Greg Page. Page said to Ruddock, you rant and rave about what happened with Mike Tyson. You got your tail kicked twice. Ruddock shot back with, if Mike Tyson couldn't take me out with a broken jaw, you've got something to worry about, Greg Page. Round 1, let's see what happens. A left hand there by Ruddock that missed. And a hard left hook there by Razor Ruddock that was shielded.
I got it. Bring it.
Well, for openers, you can see that Page is really in shape for the first time in a very long time.
His last fight, November 29th, stopping a fighter named Joey Christian in the first round here in Las Vegas. Ruddock, a slugger, outstanding left hand. Some call it the best left in the world of boxing. They call it the smash. Will we see more of Ruddock's right?
Well, right now what's absent is Ruddock's jab, which is what Floyd Patterson has been trying to teach him. You see, he tried an uppercut without a jab in front of him. Now that's absolutely opposite to what Floyd Patterson's teaching him.
Well, Ferdy, the rumor prior to the first fight with Tyson was that Ruddock injured the right hand while training. Ruddock denies that vehemently. He just missed with the right. Page looking to come back, and Ruddock got nailed. But Ruddock comes right back. It didn't even faze him.
Well, it fazed him, but it didn't drop him. I mean, he certainly felt it.
Now a combination by Ruddock.
Ruddock showing no attempt at boxing style, but is just lumbering forth with his heaviest punches. Certainly not a design fight, but a brawl.
Ruddock said he was using the right hand to guard his jaw in the second fight. Obviously didn't guard it well enough because Tyson broke it.
Keep up.
Page said he was unimpressed with Razor Ruddock in the 2 fights, although he gave him a lot of credit A good portion of that fight with the busted jaw.
After all, Page worked over 40 rounds. Oh, nice uppercut by Razor Ruddock, and then he gets wild.
Misses with a furious left. Sending Page back into the ropes.
Page has achieved a moment where he's known, hey, I can go down from this guy. The look on his face was, oh, that hurt.
A very groggy look in the eyes of Greg Page, looked unsteady.
But once again, Razor Ruddock too anxious to satisfy, too anxious to get this guy out of here. Floyd's got a lot of work to do on him. He has yet to throw a good jab. He has yet to position his legs right.
Solid left hands and now a right by Ruddock.
Now, Page can't take too much of that. Those are right on the button, and if there's a man in the heavyweight division can punch, it's Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Time called by Joe Cortez. He sends Ruddock to the neutral corner.
That's for the protector, I think. Yeah, he had taken the mouthpiece out. It dropped out of Greg Page. Page back, not using his boxing skills, trying to punch with Razor Ruddock, which is really silly on his part. He should be bouncing around trying to avoid this.
Must have seemed like an endless first round for Page.
Page. Here's the grease. Here's the grease.
Listen, do you hear me? Be very calm and listen to what I'm telling you. You're making an easy fight a hard fight. Just use your jab. Keep your jab in his face all the time. And anything you do behind the jab, whether it's a right hand or left hook, will land. Okay, keep your jab in his face. And throw the right hand right behind the jab. All right? Now, are you listening?
Give him the
Stop trying so hard. You're trying to knock him out. Just try to outpoint him. No, try to outpoint him. You stand a much chance better chance of knocking him out than you outpoint him.
Let's take a look at that hard Ruddock left that almost ended this fight. Right on the button, and you can see Greg Page's reaction. Whoops, that hurt.
Round two, Floyd Patterson with good advice to Razor Ruddock. Don't try to end it on one punch. He says this is a very dangerous fight, Floyd told us, because Page will desperately try to do anything to win.
But in the corner, he said, this is an easy fight. You're making it hard. And that is exactly correct. And he did not throw a jab. He threw one to begin this round. Let's see how he follows Floyd's advice. It's going to take months to build up a team between Floyd Patterson and Razor Ruddock. Right off there, he led with a hook. He did not lead with a jab.
He told us he thought Page was at the end of the rope, do-or-die situation, which of course Page denied vehemently. Page with body shots, now he goes upstairs, but not having much effect on Ruddock. Floyd Patterson made Ruddock watch films of Page when Page was at his peak, at his very best. Page, despite all his trials and tribulations, has always been a good boxer, moves well, and has thrown good punches in the past.
Well, you couldn't tell it by his performance today because he's standing right in front of him and not boxing, which is the one thing that he brings to this, a superior boxing skill, which could have eroded through his many ups and downs. Nice combination by Page, but everything else is missed up to them.
Page with an uppercut that tagged the chin of Razor Ruddock.
Nice inside uppercut.
A hard left by Ruddock. Page just opened himself up for that one midway through the second.
And Ruddock is back to just fighting. Oh, what a shot!
An uppercut by Ruddock. Now he's trying to finish Page off, but Page stays right in there. Those shots are snapping Page's head back.
And not a jab to be found. This is just pure warfare.
Ruddock just digging in with uppercuts. And uppercuts that are landing.
You have to attribute the conditioning of Greg Page to be able to stand all this because he's getting hammered by a man who can punch.
He told us he felt he is in the best shape of his life. He said he couldn't be more prepared for this fight. I've been waiting for this for a year, he said. Combination by Ruddock, though.
Ruddock is still standing with his feet together when he throws punches. He's so far out of balance.
And Ruddock was off balance there.
Floyd Patterson must be thinking, boy, I got a lot of work to do here.
Ruddock continues to be confused with footwork.
He's so overpowered. He's so athletically talented that he can land hooks without a jab, but that's not the way it is.
Floyd Patterson said that the times that Ruddock was knocked down by Tyson was because of the fact that he was not balanced. As we head for the bell.
Don't try to slug so much. Here you go. Hear me, Greg? Don't slug so much now. All right? Start going in and out. Post this down on, all right?
Keep him up, you hear?
Hear me, Greg? You're doing good, man.
It tastes like shit, man.
Harry?
It tastes like shit.
A lot of left jabs and start going in and out on him, all right? Left jab. Don't try to slug. Calm yourself down a little bit. He does what the hook, man.
Uppercuts won this round, and uppercuts are where getting Greg Page in trouble. He's beginning to hear B's. Now here's another one. Here's another different uppercut, but watch the beauty with which he throws his inside, with which Ruddock Page has right there, right at the angle of the jaw. That hurts.
We've already seen more of Razor Ruddock's right hand in 2 rounds than we saw in 2 fights with Mike Tyson. Round 3.
And Floyd's thought, you're making an easy fight hard. Sticks with you. He's making this a fight for no reason at all.
Despite the punishment, Page dancing around, looking very spry. Meanwhile, continues to be stalked by Ruddock. Ruddock, who looks in great shape.
Again, the uppercut.
And a left by Ruddock in that flurry. That sent Page back. Page continues to open up his face. It is like target practice for Ruddock.
The unorthodoxy of Ruddock's style. He's throwing hooks. Look at these uppercuts he's throwing without any preparation. No attempt at the jab. This is the 3rd round without jabs.
Folks, if you came to see pure boxing, you didn't come to the right place. This is slug mania.
A little trickle of blood from the mouthpiece of Razor Ruddock. Unofficially, he's won both the first 2 rounds, but Page is still bouncing on his feet.
Yeah, that's the interesting aspect here.
Greg Page in the best condition I've seen him for years.
But he better watch out. He's going to get nailed by one of those uppercuts if he's not careful.
Page's fight is to hang in here and let this guy get tired from these big bombs he's throwing. You can't throw punches like that for 10 rounds.
Yeah, you got to wonder about the accumulation by Razor Ruddock. Ruddock, of course, stayed in there against Tyson for 12 rounds. Tyson throwing bombs. Ruddock had a broken jaw. So you wonder.
Well, but in that fight, he was receiving most of the time. Here, he's throwing. He slowed down. He's slowed down a great deal in the 3rd round.
Well, the first 2 rounds were frantic. Mostly from Ruddock's side. And you got to believe that Ruddock is a little worn out as a result.
Well, Greg Page is not. Greg Page has been receiving the punishment, and he looks the fresher of the 2 right now. It's only the 3rd round. Hard to tell, but these are huge guys. Sometimes they wear out in a hurry.
The latest odds, Page, a 10-1 underdog. Final seconds, round 3.
Again, that inside uppercut. Twice that inside uppercut. Greg Page did again the inside uppercut.
Go ahead and take a deep breath. Okay. How do you feel? Tired? You know why? You know why? Because what I told you, you're trying to knock the guy out. I told you, don't try to knock him out. Just try to outpoint him. You're trying too hard. You're making your body stiff. Everything is tight. That's why you're so tired. Now go out there, use your left jab, move around, and be very, very loose. Stop trying to knock him out. Just try to outpoint him.
I want to hold behind the head. Hold the head.
Just try to out.
Then the fight ain't fight for him. Tell me.
Take a swallow.
Come on, let's go. Left jab. Keep stepping around and move around him now. Keep stepping.
Okay, seconds, let's go.
All right, come on, let's go. Move around, Greg. In and out. I want to see it.
Let's see if Razor Ruddock takes Floyd Patterson's advice and uses the jab more.
In that exchange, if you heard it, Floyd committed a no-no. He said, you're tired. It's only the third round. You'd never put that in a fighter's mouth. Never. It's a fourth round coming up, but he had just fought 3 rounds, and he told him he's tired.
A left by Page that snapped Ruddock's head back. Another short crisp left by Page, and Page trying to bounce back.
Page got the better of that exchange. Well-landed punches by Page. An excellent rally.
Page loading up with the right.
Come on, we got it again. Come on. We got it here. Come on, your hands are free. Come on.
Up until now, it's been all Razor Ruddock. And Greg Page trying to turn things around.
And it looks like Razor Ruddock has decided to take a vacation for this round. He's certainly not attacking with the same strength and brio of the first 2 assaults, and the third slowing down.
Razor Ruddock's first fight since the successive losses to Mike Tyson. His stock actually going up, though, after 2 defeats. Ruddock continues to bleed from the mouth.
That started in the last round. He's been getting hit right in the face. I mean, Greg Page has scored well and often this round because for the first time he's boxing.
Past the midway mark of round 4. Crisp left by Ruddock. Ruddock looking to pin Page against the ropes.
And another thing that Floyd said, throw combinations when his back gets to the ropes. One at a time, he's throwing.
Ruddock airing it out.
I gotta give Greg Page credit. He's game and he's up on his toes, even after that hammering on the ropes.
And similar to the fights against Tyson, Ruddock couldn't finish things off. He would get to a certain point and then just stop flat, Bertie, remember?
Because he's punching one at a time. What Floyd told him was combinations when you get close to the rope, and you hit him with everything, not just one loaded up punch.
And folks, this isn't Mike Tyson.
No. It's going to take a long time to educate Razor Ruddock into being a polished fighter, but he certainly has a lot of raw material, and what he got is brute strength, huge body, and the ability to take a punch.
Patterson told us Ruddock is an extremely determined young man. The only other person he's ever seen like him was Rocky Marciano. That's high praise. Now he's got to be more determined here against Greg Page if he wants a W.
Now, can you hear me? Let's try to do something entirely different, all right?
Give me that mid lip.
If you'll just concentrate on one thing, you can end this fight very fast. Concentrate on getting a left hook to the belly or a straight right. You get this guy to the belly and you'll kill him. I'm telling you, one shot and it's all over. A left hook or a right hand. The moment he hits the rope, bend and throw the right hand.
And here's Greg Page's big moment as he hurts Ruddock and then takes him briefly to school in a series of flurry of punches in which he got much the better of it. Of course, the bad part of that, Ruddock came back. And of course, I thought Greg Page barely won that round. It's the first round that he won, but he is slowing down perceptibly, and Floyd Patterson told him, just try one thing, just one.
Left hook to the belly or a right hand, how about those?
But then he gave him 2 things, and that confused him.
Ruddock looking winded in that corner, too. Round 5.
Again and again, I come back to Angelo Dundee's wonderful dicta. Never tell a fighter he's tired. Never even suggest he's tired. A good shot right over the top by Greg Page.
Nice
Not
shot.
hard. Not hard, but right on target.
Got Ruddock's attention. Ruddock continues to bleed from the lower lip. Now, Page working the jab.
These things seem to just be like summer storms. They're just nice and quiet, and all of a sudden the thunder boils out of Razor Ruddock's punch.
Ruddock looking for the reserve from his gas tank, looking to reach back, but now he's just leaning on Greg Page, and Page may be in better physical condition.
He is in great condition for the beating he's taken. He's fresh.
Now you got to wonder what Ruddock has left in those punches.
Well, he's resting now. He's taking a cruise right now. Apparently willing to just give this guy this round to rest and then get his muscles all back to having the fuel they need to shoot.
And unspirited round 6. So far uneventful. The first couple of rounds were wild, favoring Razor Ruddock. Page came back a little bit. There's a left uppercut by Ruddock.
He's infallible with that uppercut. I don't know why he doesn't throw it more. He's just catching Page over and over and over again. Well, this is a vacation round for Ruddock and a gift for Greg Page, who did more fighting and won that round on my scorecard. Unofficial, of course.
I've been saying this for the last 3 rounds, and I'm still going to say it. All you have to do is catch this guy with one shot in the belly, and it's all over. That's all. But you have to throw one shot to the body. When you get him up against the rope, it's been
Listen, we're fighting, man. What you expect? Come on, man.
I wanted you holding. Give me the fight.
Listen, bend and throw the right hand to the body. The moment he gets up against the ropes, all right? Okay? Just bend and throw the right hand to the body. Keep that pace up. He's tired, man. Come on now. Rub them legs out. Come on, baby.
Okay, seconds. Let's go, guys.
Come on,
Let's go.
Come on.
Come on, let's go. Get the water.
You heard a very frustrated Floyd Patterson. I've been telling you for 3 rounds. One shot to the belly will do it. Meanwhile, Page's corner acknowledging that Ruddock is tired. Round 7.
According to what we saw in the previous fights with Tyson, he rests around, and then that gives him wonderful recuperative powers. But he does take a whole round off. I mean, the entire round. Then he seems to be refreshed, and he comes back hard. He certainly started this one hard. Another great uppercut, another one.
But he continues to go to the head, not going to the body like Floyd Patterson told him. Again to the head, the right cross by Ruddock. And Ruddock resting on the shoulders of Page.
And Greg Page, in spite of what the Sharpie said, 11-0 under, 11-1. That's a good hard shot.
Ruddock trying to finish him off. Combination. Page into the ropes. Getting destroyed. Being smothered. But now a little head movement and he gets out of there. Again, Ruddock can't punish him off.
And still no punishment to the body. A good hard body shot could collapse him right now, and that's what Floyd's trying to tell him.
Page just looked over to his corner and said he's okay. We'll see.
He's okay, but not feeling good. That was pure boxing skill on the part of Greg Page to get out of that.
Great head movement, and he slithered away from that blitz by Ruddock. Now time called by Joe Cortez.
Oh, that was a bad timeout. That was not a good timeout.
Untimely time.
I'm walking. Save this round. Save this round. Come on. Get him out. Come on.
And round 7 rages on.
A welcome rest for Greg Page, who was starting to look for a place to lay down because he is getting hammered. Big round for Razor Ruddock.
Oh, what a left hand! The smash by Razor Ruddock.
Page trying to fight back, trying to keep him off. His punches have nothing, but they are discombobulating Razor Ruddock's timing.
Ruddock strictly going to the head.
Ruddock doesn't know how to force him to the ropes, out-muscle him, outweigh him, tire him out. He's just pure arm punching.
Page trying to take advantage of that wild miss by Ruddock, but no damage.
Well, he started to say, in spite of what the wise guys Greg Page. He's in here, and he's been in here every round. He's taken some shots I did not think Greg Page could take. More credit to Greg Page. He came in here in good shape, and he came in here to brawl, and it's still up in the air.
Page showing an amazing chin. Final seconds, round 7. I mean, those are explosive shots being administered by Razor Ruddock. Page finishing strong.
Come on, you're running it up. Remember a hard fight? Bring yourself out of it now. Get yourself together.
Wrench out real good.
Come on, rub your legs. Come on, Rick. Come on. Come on, Rick. Come on. Come on. You're still in the fight. All you gotta do is stay down off your feet. Jabbing them body shots. Come on, where's the jab at?
Here's where Page gets in trouble, and here's where conditioning and skill. There goes the mouthpiece, and he is hammered. Now, you see the inexperience of Razor Ruddock. He's just throwing from left field. He's not trying to get close. He's not trying to take an aim. Let's take a look at it a little bit closer. Watch Razor's reaction when he gets him in trouble. See, there's his shot. Now, Razor comes on and just throws anything he's got. He doesn't try to get close enough. That's inexperience. That's lack of boxing skill.
And Page had the presence of mind to get out of trouble. And we headed to round 8, scheduled for 10.
First shot gets somebody's mouthpiece out of his mouth. Both guys have their mouth open, and the mouthpiece can go out of both men with a good shot. Again, time is called.
That's a sign that they're both tired, and Joe Cortez, for the 3rd time, calling time.
Well, at least it's at the beginning of the round where he can take a little bit more rest. All right, turn around or else expect the worst.
They keep telling Page he's tired, he's tired. Page told us he'll be in no rush tonight. You won't see anything flashy. He'll just take it one round at a time, and that's exactly what he's been doing.
And he's kept it close. Unofficially, I got it 68-65, although there have been these rounds that looked like any moment it was going to be curtains, but skillfully, using his boxing knowledge, Greg Page has gotten out of it, and I attribute that to great conditioning and possibly determination. That which has been lacking in his career.
Page, a 13-year pro. The former champ, 34-9, 27 knockouts. Ruddock rated number 3 by the WBC. A record of 25-3-1, 18 knockouts.
Ruddock without even the hint of a jab. When they square off, or he should be popping that jab off, he waits for Greg Page's charge rather than getting off first. Sign of a weary man, an arm-weary man who's been punching with too much desire to knock out rather than to score. Crowd slowly getting into the underdog's corner.
Yes.
Slowly getting into Greg Page, admiring the job he's done to withstand these heavy charges by Razor Ruddock.
The crowd was all for Ruddock when he came into the ring. There wasn't much reaction for Greg Page, and it's beginning to turn now. A glancing left.
Except for those moments when he gets Page in trouble, you could characterize Razor Ruddock's efforts the last few rounds as lackluster. He doesn't have any shine. He doesn't have any brio, any energy. He's just there. And when he musters up enough energy for a charge, he tries to put away Greg Page, and if he doesn't do it, then he's out of gas again.
Page with body shots now going upstairs. And the crowd again behind Page.
And Page's legs are amazing. He is bouncing up and down in spite of those shots he's taken. He can now turn on the boxing expertise in his legs and really take all these rounds because Razor Ruddock's immobile.
Page looks like he's got a new tank. New tank of gas.
Razor Ruddock looks like it's hurting him to get his legs across the ring. He's stumbling forward. There he goes.
Here's the smash. The right. Combination. Ruddock looking to end it again. Can he do it this time? And Page is against the ropes. He is in trouble. And the bell sounds. Oh, brother. He is out on his feet. Can he even make it?
Come on.
Let's listen.
Come on, he's all right.
That's it. That's it. Cortez is saying that's
Razor Ruddock victorious over Greg Page.
And once again, you have one of those instances where just by a shade, you didn't know whether Joe Cortez was going to step in or not because he was hammered on the ropes. He's obviously out on his feet, yet he was sliding on the ropes. You know, that bell saved him, but it really didn't save him because he was out. He couldn't get to his corner under his own locomotion. Let's take a look at it from different angles. I think we will see the strength and the brute force that Razor Ruddock was husbanding up apparently because he was doing nothing between these things. Now let's watch this. Great hook. Stomach shot, great hook again. Uppercut, another hook, and that one was hard. That one collapsed him. Some of these are missing, but most of them are right on the jaw. Now that one, he starts to slide. The referee looks like he's going to come in, but he doesn't. Razor Ruddock has got open target on a guy that's almost unconscious, and there's the referee step, but he stepped in because the bell sounded. The bell sounded. Now let's take another look at it from a different viewpoint. You can see the effect of these blows. No question about it. They were hard, hammering shots. Oh, he's out there. He's out. You can see the way the head went. He's now fighting just on reflexes, and he will not remember any of this. He's completely out. As he went to finish him, the bell sounded right about here when the right hand went, and that's when the bell had already sounded. I mean, no question about it. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, Steve, the way he reacted to about the middle of these punches, you knew he was out on his feet. It's just reflexes and condition that kept him up.
Razor Ruddock unleashing the onslaught here at the end of round 8. And it was no contest for Greg Page. Joe Cortez could have had an opportunity to step in right there, but I think he knew it was coming to the end of the round.
I think the action was fast and furious, and it looked like he was going to slide down anyway. So he really could have avoided those last couple of shots, but that is really just a judgment call. I wouldn't get excited about that.
Well, probably one of those good news, bad news nights for Razor Ruddock. They're going to go back to the drawing board with Floyd Patterson, I'm sure, on tech.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 8. Referee in charge, Joe Cortez, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout, Donovan Razor Ruddock.
So there's the announcement. Razor Ruddock with a record of 26-3-1, 19 knockouts. Greg Page, fortunately, okay now after taking a beating administered by Donovan Razor Ruddock at the end of round 8. He was finally able to put the former champion away. Here it is once again as he bounces off the ropes. Watch the eyes of Greg Page right here. Oh, up into the stratosphere. And you knew right then and there this thing was over. But tremendous courage being displayed by Greg Page, just hanging in there, as Ferdy said, perhaps on instinct alone, but still, he's still up there. He was trying to adjust his mouthpiece, you noticed, trying to make it all the way back to his corner. Joe Cortez giving him every benefit of the doubt here. And the corner people have to come over to help him. He actually never made it to the stool. Before he sat down, you can see Cortez starting to wave it off, and there he polishes it off. A very, very courageous effort by Greg Page. You got to give him a lot of credit against those bone-rattling shots by Donovan Razor Ruddock.